When I read that, I wanted to take my iPad and just slap her across the face, because what kind of person are you? And sometimes you just feel tired of the pressure, tired of feeling like a disappointment, or tired of just, everything. Life. Hello, it's Sue. Welcome to my channel. I don't know if this is going to be a podcast per se, but I just decided that I want to make a space for me to be authentically myself. I have been doing the content creation thing for a while, and honestly, I think across all of my profiles, I probably have about like 2,000 followers. I realized that I wasn't really trying to be myself. I was trying to act like other creators and do what other people enjoyed doing. I always have been different from other people. I don't know if anyone can relate. I've always just been the unique one. So I just thought, let me just be unique on my YouTube channel as well. So here we are. If you are also someone that feels like me, who felt like they haven't really been authentic and have been scared to be who you really are, then I guess you could subscribe. This is the first YouTube video that I've actually sat down and recorded in a really, really long time. But yeah, that's enough about me. As I said, I have been wanting to show up as I truly am. That's why I was very intentional that I wasn't gonna do a face beat. Like, this is like my face without any makeup or anything. I want to talk about the things that as a big sister you may not ever tell your younger siblings. And take it from me as someone who is a big sister. I'm the firstborn child, the firstborn grandchild. So it is a lot of pressure, I don't wanna lie. And what makes it a lot worse is that I am from an African background, so I'm the firstborn daughter in an African home. I know that a lot of people who have who are also African would relate and sympathize. These are some things that your big sister feels, and she may not ever tell you that she feels this way. The first thing that your big sister may feel is feeling pressure. But when you are the oldest child, it is just a lot of pressure. You're the one that's told that you have to set the example for all your other younger siblings. Any small bad thing that you ever do, you're like closely scrutinized, and you feel the pressure that if you ever mess up or do anything wrong, then you're leading other people astray. We compare ourselves with our younger siblings. I have been compelled to change, and sometimes it's not even our fault because the parents compare you to your younger siblings as well. I don't know, especially like in an African background, that they blatantly compare you with everyone, even with their friends' children. They'll compare you with their friends' children. And third thing, just to be tired. I'm tired all the time. Like right now, things are not really going the way that I thought that they would be going. And when I was younger and I imagined at my current age right now, I'm 24. If you had asked the 18-year-old me where I think that I would be when I'm 24, like, you would be shocked. And sometimes you just feel tired of the pressure, tired of feeling like a disappointment, or tired of just, everything. Life. But yeah, if you know an older sister, just give her a hug. Tell her that you appreciate her for everything. Yeah, you get it. If you get it, if you don't, you don't. That's it for my main conversation for today. Now I'm gonna go into my book review of the week. So the last book that I have read, I wish that I started this podcast sooner, whilst I had started the series. But if you know James from Shits and Gigs, he said that he was going to read Akatar, A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I was like, okay, just because you're reading it, I will read it. Because genuinely, I wasn't going to read A Court of Thorns and Roses after I finished reading Fourth Wing. But since James said it, I was like, okay, cool. Let me read A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I got hooked. So I literally just finished A Court of Silver Flames. Can we please talk about Nesta? Like the whole book, you have no idea how much I wanted to strangle that girl. Literally strangle Nesta, because why? And like this, I guess this goes hand in hand with the topic that I was talking about being a big sister. Nesta is like the example of the worst big sister that a person could ever have. How do you just go and talk crap of someone just because? How do you? She literally frustrates me. How do you go and abuse your sister and brother-in-law's money, and then they have the right to say, no, we're not funding your lifestyle anymore, and then you go and you be angry about it? And when she exposed to Farah that the baby has wings and that would be dangerous to her, just because she was pissed off, and that was the only time that she ever did the 10,000 steps, because she was so pissed off that when I read that, I wanted to take my iPad and just slap her across the face, because what kind of person are you? I hate Nesta. I'm sorry. I do. And maybe in the next book, Sarah J. Maas would change my mind. But at the moment, Nesta is the worst character. She's even worse than Tamlin. And why do people hate on Tamlin so badly? Please. Tamlin loved Farah. He genuinely did. And yeah, the way that he expressed his love and the way that he did his things were not good, but they didn't come from a place of pure maliciousness and evil like Nesta. I actually really still do like Tamlin. When I read the first book, I didn't really like Tamlin. I was just like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Tamlin, really do prefer Tamlin to Nesta. And can we talk about Cassian? Cassian does not deserve Nesta. Actually, Nesta does not deserve Cassian, because Cassian is such a sweet guy. I would marry him. I would propose to Cassian because I love him. I do. He's so sweet. He's so kind. Even though Nesta is a bitch, 3/4 of the time, he still comes back over and over and over again. Like, what kind of guy is that besides Jesus? Cassian is my dream guy. He's my dream guy. So, the next book that I'm currently reading, this is my Kindle. So the current book that I started today is House of Earth and Blood, Crescent City. And I don't know, I think I've read like 2 pages. So next week I will come back with a chapter review. And yeah, thank you guys for joining into Being Authentically Me with Sue. I love you so much. If someone didn't tell you today, then I'm telling you. I love you guys, and everyone who took the time to watch my first ever YouTube video in a long time. I love you guys.